You've got me in lovely Valley this morning. Just had a gym session and a lovely breakfast. So we're going to do a nice slow flow. It's quite warm here, and I'm semi-outdoors. So yeah, we're just going to take it nice and gently. Grab your mat, grab any props that you need. If you do have a drink handy, grab that. If you know you need a little bit of height, so if you're sitting here on the floor and you feel like you are working a bit too hard in the pelvis to sit upright, always just that little bit of support underneath the hips is going to be super helpful. So we're going to start seated, so making sure you're comfortable, making sure you're warm, depends where you are. And you can close the eyes down, or you can just find a soft gaze out in front to drishti point. And we'll just take a few breaths. Just letting the shoulders soften, relaxing into the jaw. Softening into the belly. You're going to start just finding some movement into the hips. So I want you to imagine the crown of your head is starting to draw a small circle on the ceiling. And so as the crown of the head does that, I want all of that movement to come from your sit bones, from your hips. You can blink the eyes open if you have them closed. So just starting to find that little bit of movement, loosening up. And just as you move, just going, oh, okay, where do I feel this? Am I feeling any little grabs? Does this feel good? Do you feel that roll around on your sit bones? So those sit bones, those bones that sit on the floor, that's where you want to feel that roll around. So yeah, just as much rotation as you can comfortably find. You can take that bigger, you can keep it small, it's completely up to you. Just as much movement as your body's going to let you. Next time you kind of pull back there, hands out on the knees if they're not already, really leaning back off the knees, hollowing out the front, tuck the chin, round the back, gentle stretch up the upper back there and the neck, and then we'll inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. So a seated cat-cow. We're going to exhale, round back. Inhale, lift and open. And again, exhale, rounding back. Inhale, lift and open. Once more. This time as you lift, you're going to take the hands up as well. Take a big reach. On your exhale, we'll turn to the left hand behind you and squeeze your torso into that lovely rotation. So you're going to feel that base of the spine right up to the base of the head because you're looking right around over your shoulder at the back. And then we take an inhale, reach for the ceiling. On your exhale, let's go the other way, squeezing out. Big deep breath here. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. This time we're coming forward. So fingers down to the floor, a tilt forward here. So remember, we want to tilt forward in at those hips. So as you tilt, that's where you want the movement to happen. So it might mean fingers in at the hip crease there, just to give you that little bit of feedback to know where the movement comes from. And then easing forward. You might stay right up high onto the hands. You might drop down to the forearms. Just depends how much movement you've had today, how tight you might be feeling. You can either hold that steady or just a little bit of movement left and right can be a nice release rather than really trying to just push into one stretch. Easing up. Little lean back, cross the legs the other way. We need to even it up. So adjust your seat. Fingers again at that hip crease if you need that little bit of feedback. Little tilt. Just bring it to where you can. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. And then easing back up. From here, we're kicking the feet out wide. So that might mean adjusting your seat. It might mean adjusting the support that you have underneath you. You still want to be sitting nice and upright, so when you tilt here, you've got that movement at the hips, that you're getting the rotation in there. You're not just collapsing at the upper back to try and fold forward. So really try and keep spine nice and long and open, fingers to the floor, and just little tilt back up. And just a few of these, just to loosen up into the hips. Those inner thighs, those hamstrings can get quite tight. So we just want to gently ease into that stretch. Everywhere I look here is beautiful. So if I'm looking around, that's why, because it's like, oh, beautiful plant and garden. Oh, there's another beautiful garden. Out the back, there's another beautiful garden. When you feel like you can hold a stretch here, little tilt, just to where it feels good. You don't want to go to where it feels like you're going to snap something. Just go to where that stretch feels like comfortable, not too intense. And then we'll ease up. Slide the feet in together. Oh, my mat, travel mat, is like paper thin, but it gives me grip. Cross those legs again. We're going to take the left hand down to the floor, right hand coming up and over. Reach into the fingertips, nice big stretch up that right side. Now as you hold here, I want you to breathe into that right waist. Big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, big exhale. And then on your inhale coming up, we'll go out the other way. Fingers land and reach. Leaning as far as you can. Try not to roll that butt off the floor. Try and keep it pressed down. As much length as you can find up that left side. And then we're going to reach for the ceiling. Big reach up. And palms down in front. Shoulders soft. Give them a little roll out. Give the wrists a little roll out here. A few times each way. If it feels good, you might like to pause with the backs of the hands together. Just take that little bit of a stretch there for the wrists. Little shake out. Then we're coming out to all fours. So a little shuffle around to where you can get comfortable. Making sure, if you need it, that you've got extra support underneath the knees or the wrists. Just like a double mat roll or a soft folded blanket underneath those knees if you need it. If your wrists tend to take the weight, you might like to add a little bit of elevation underneath the wrist. So again, a thin folded blanket going from like your wrist to your knees can be a nice little prop to have if you need that extra support. Hopefully, if you're at home, you've just got a nice carpeted floor. We're going to start circling here as well. So we're starting to draw circles on the floor with your belly button. And just starting small, just to kind of give your body the idea of that movement, just to kind of let it know where you're going. And then when you're ready, you can start and take that deeper and wider. A little bit more weight forward. So as much movement as your body's going to let you. And again, we really want to just watching where you feel good in this movement, where it might kind of catch, where it's feeling tight. You'll notice when you go the other way, where the one side is a little bit different to the other. Let's circle back the other way now. As much rotation as you can find. One more big circle around. When you come back towards the front, I want you to walk your hands a hand's length forward, and then we'll take hips back to the heels and drop the chest. Stretching armpits, upper back. Big breath in. Big breath out. And back up to all fours. Bringing those hands to stack back beneath the shoulders, and we're going to inhale, open into our cat. So we really tilt that tail up. Stretch from the belly to the chin. Exhale, we round it all in. Draw everything under, hollow out. Inhale, open forward. Exhale, tuck it in. And we just stay with that, just long, slow breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, forward. Exhale, we'll tuck and hold. Draw your tailbone under. Round the back as much as you can. Take a few breaths here. A little gecko just dropped on the floor. Right there, so now I've got my eye on it. Rounding in, tuck that tail as much as you can. And then on your next inhale, we're going to release, look forward, tuck your toes, and find your first downward dog. So it might mean a little adjustment on your mat. Fingers spread wide up the front, hands a little bit wider than your shoulders to give the upper back some space. Feet hip width apart. Keep a soft bend in the knees for the first time so that you can find the length of your hands to hips. So you want that nice line. And then we'll have a little pedal out. So just nice and gently, dropping one heel at a time. Gentle stretch to the backs of the legs. Especially if this is kind of early morning for you, you want to take it nice and gently. Don't overstretch too quickly. Might be a good idea if you do want to have a morning yoga practice to maybe go for a little walk first, just even a little 20-minute walk. Or even a hot shower just to loosen things up. Just enjoying that little pedal out. And take one more stretch for each leg. And then we're going to lift right up high onto the toes, as high as you can lift. Drop the heels towards the floor, back down to the knees, hips back to the heels, reaching out in front. As well, if you haven't done too much yet today, you might want to give those wrists a nice little roll out. They can get a little bit achy if the pressure is a bit strong there. We're pulling back up, tuck your toes, downward dog, press back. Big breath in. Big breath out. From here we're looking forward, stepping the left foot up between the hands. So you can drop to the knees first before you take this big step. We want to make sure we creep that foot nice and far forward so we've got a nice wide angle underneath that left knee. Drop the right knee down, relax the toes, and we're coming up high. Take a big inhale, reach up. On an exhale, we're sweeping back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep back. Third time, we come up, big reach. And then land the hands back down. We're rolling on the left heel, rocking back here to find our little half splits. Rock your weight forward, drop nice and low. Rock your weight back, find your little half splits. Rock your weight forward, dropping low. Good, this time we rock back to our little half splits. You're going to look at my butt because I'm going to swivel around to the right. Land that left foot. You can keep the right toes tucked or you can flatten that foot down and then we reach for the ceiling. Big reach up, left hand down to the leg and our big stretch for our gate pose here. Big reach up that right side, big inhale into the side, long exhale, and inhale coming up. Let's go out to the right, land the fingers, reach long up that left side, big breath in, big breath out, reach for the ceiling. And then fingers to the floor and we swivel back around to the left, kicking the left toes up back to that little half splits. Rock your weight forward for that lunge. Plant the hands, left foot sliding back to meet the right and hips all the way back to the heels. Big breath in here. Big breath out. One more big breath in. Long breath out. Pulling up, tuck your toes. Downward dog. Find that nice big stretch. We're going to step the right foot forward, so if you need it, you can drop the knees first, or that right foot straight up between the hands. Remember the nice big angle underneath the right knee. We drop the left knee down, relax the toes, and inhale, reach for the ceiling. On your exhale, sweeping back. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, sweeping back. Third time, big reach. Exhale down. Roll on the right heel, back for our little splits. Rock your weight forward, drop low into that lunge. Rock your weight back. Rock your weight forward. Good, this time we rock back, hold, swivel around to the left. I get to look at you this time, coming up high for our gate pose, reach for the ceiling. Right hand to the leg and we lean. Big stretch up that left side, full breath. Long breath out. We come all the way up, out to the other side, fingers land, reach long. Big breath. coming back up, reach for the ceiling. Fingers down to the floor. Let's swivel back around to the right. Oh, this floor is hard. Let's rock your weight forward, drop low. And then right foot back to meet the left. Hips all the way back to the heels. And breathe. Big full inhale. You might like to shuffle the knees a little bit wider. Long breath out. One more big breath here. Reaching the arms right out in front, looking out towards your hands. As you pull up towards all fours this time, left hand circling up towards the ceiling. And then as you come down, reach forward, hips back towards the heels. Good. Other side. As you come up, right hand reaches forward, circles up. Look up. Reaches forward, circles back, sit the hips back. Good. Same. Left hand, reach forward, circle up. Sit the hips back, land that hand back down. Right side again, reach forward and up. And sit back. Good. This time, coming up, reach forward, left hand, reach for the ceiling. We're going to scoop underneath this time. Left hand underneath, shoulder and head tap the floor. Inhale, coming out and reach for the ceiling. Scooping underneath. Inhale, reach up. Scooping underneath. Inhale, reach up. This time, reach forward. Hips back to the heels. Other side, coming up. Reach the right hand forward, circle it around and reach for the ceiling. Scooping underneath, shoulder and head tap the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, scoop. Good. This time we reach up. Looking up, reach forward and hips all the way back to the heels. Good. From here, pull to all fours, tuck your toes, downward dog, finding your stretch again and back to your little pedal out. Just dropping one heel at a time, checking in with how that stretch is feeling on the backs of the legs. Have a lift right up high onto the toes. Drop the heels. This time looking forward, left knee to left wrist. So we're sliding forward and dropping down for our pigeon. Now you have a few options here. So I've dropped my lower leg in because I can sit comfortably to the floor and keep my hips and my shoulders square to the front of the mat. If you can't do that, you're using some kind of prop. You could use a block or a blanket or a pillow just to sit underneath that left hip, just to help you sit a little bit more steady. So you're not working too hard, so you're not kind of overstretching anywhere. Coming down to the forearms then. You can come all the way down to the forehead if you like. You want to keep a gentle reach back into your right toes. Keep that leg active. And we're just settling into this lovely stretch. Big full breath. From here, we're going to slide the hands around by the shoulders. Lead with the crown of the head and we're peeling up for our pigeon. Elbows hug in, so we're not pressing in here and collapsing to the back. My hands could come off the floor and still peel up into that pose. So really light on the hands, exhale it down. And again, inhale, peeling up. Exhale it down. Third time, we peel up. Release down, tuck your right toes. We're stepping all the way back to a downward dog. Big lift up, press back here, take a full breath. And we switch sides, right knee to the right wrist, sitting down. I need a prop underneath this hip, it doesn't like sitting to the floor. Adjusting as you need to, down to the forearms, maybe down to the forehead. Keep a reach back into the left toes, that left leg is active. Big breath in, big breath out. One more big breath in, big breath out. Hands around by the shoulders. Lead with the crown of the head. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale it down. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale it down. One more, peeling up on your inhale, little lift through the chin and the chest. Release down, tuck the left toes and step back, downward dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Have a lift right up high onto the toes. Drop the heels. This time we're coming forward to our plank. So as you come forward, if you know full plank is too strong, you're just going to drop the knees to keep the hips low. So see how my butt's not sticking up in the air? That's where you want your half plank. Back to your downward dog. So we're just rocking between the two. Rocking forward towards your plank. You're either full plank or the knees drop. Keeps the tummy switched on. Back again. Have a rock back. And forward towards your plank. From here, we're all going to drop the knees and come all the way down to the floor. Keep the hands by the shoulders. Toes point back. Legs are switched on. Glutes switched on. Elbows hug in. Peel the chest off the floor for your cobra. And release. Two more. We inhale. And release. Once more. We peel up. And release it down. Press into the hands and the knees as you lift and come all the way back to your downward dog. From here, we drop the knees. If you can, we're going to cross the ankles, roll back over them, and come back to a seat. Little shuffle on your mat. Getting there however you can, bringing the legs straight out in front. Now again, want to make sure if you're sitting here that you're sitting comfortably upright in the pelvis. If you're not, that little prop underneath you, a little bit of lift for your butt so that you can kind of roll your sit bones off the front and find that upright seat. So if you need it, use your props. Don't feel like you need to force anything. Fingers in at the hip crease. You're just taking a couple little tilts forward. Now here, if you can't even feel a tilt in at that hip crease, either means you need a bit of height underneath you or you can soften the knees just a little bit. So a little bend in the knees, taking that little tilt forward. Just a couple of these, just to give your body the idea of where that movement needs to come from. The next time you come up, we're tucking the right heel in nice and close. So getting set up for our single leg forward fold. Big breath in up tall. As you breathe out, that movement starts in here at that hip crease, easing forward to where you've got a comfortable stretch. Then you can release the hands down. As you hold it here, we want to lengthen in the torso. As you exhale, softening into your stretch. Might not mean finding more stretch, might mean just settling into what you've already got. Big full breath. Long breath out. Big full breath. Long breath out. Easing up. Bringing the right knee into the center. You can either keep it there or you can jump it over. Left hand reaching for the ceiling. Turning to the right, left elbow hooking on that knee and squeezing into your twist. If that's too strong, you can just give that knee a hug and turn into your twist. So choose your variation. Tall through the crown of the head, little flex into that left foot and squeeze. Imagine you can squeeze base of the spine to the base of the head and find that lovely twist. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Long breath out. Back around to the center. Both legs out together. Little shake out. Left heel tucking in them. We draw up nice and tall. Single leg forward fold. So remember, movement at that hip crease to start with as you ease forward. Sit. Just take it to where you can. Find some length in the torso. Some softening on your exhale. Length on your inhale. Softening on the exhale. We're easing up. Oh, it's sweaty. Knee into the center. You can either keep it here or jump the foot over the leg. Right hand reaching for the ceiling. Returning to the left. Either hooking the elbow or hugging the knee. Left hand behind you. Squeeze. Tall through the crown of the head. Flex into that right foot. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. One more. Release back around to the center. Legs out together, little shake out. Little shuffle forward on your mat. We want to make sure you've got the space behind you because we're coming all the way back down to the floor. Knees into the chest, give them a squeeze in. Just gentle lengthening for that lower back. And then keeping the hands on the knees, we'll circle them around. Take them away from each other. Out and back in. Just as much rotation as you can comfortably find. Just noticing where it feels good, where it might catch, where it feels a bit tight. Let's go the other way. And knees towards the armpits, give them a squeeze out wide. And holding here, we'll have a nice slow roll side to side. So you can kind of let the body drop as far as it likes to each side here. Back into the center. Give those knees one more little squeeze in, a little bit more lengthening for the lower back. And then we take feet to the floor. Dropping the knees out to either side, soles of the feet together, hands resting either on the body somewhere or out on the floor by your sides, whichever feels best. You can close the eyes down. And starting to take some long releasing breaths out. So big long exhale. Softening into the jaw. Into the throat, relaxing into the belly. As soon as you find that it gets a bit strong on the legs with that hip opener, you can bring the knees back in together. You can either just keep the feet planted or you could slide the legs out long. And just giving yourself a couple of minutes just to settle, just to give your body that time of integration, mind and body catching up with each other. Finding whatever movement you need, if you need to gently release or you're happy just to settle for a few minutes. Be gentle, be generous with your practice. When you are ready to release, you can take a stretch. You can find whatever movement feels good in the body. Easing yourself on up to a seat. Always taking a little minute just to check that everything feels steady in the body, that you're feeling like your practice is complete. Keep those shoulders nice and soft. Thanks for joining me. I hope I'll see you again. Let me know if there's anything that you would want in some recorded practices. And yeah, see you later from Bali.